This is Channing Humphrey with Semi Pro Live, and we're back. More 7-on-7 action, man, as the temperature has raised. It's getting hotter out here on these fields, so we got to keep the heat going. So we're on to the next big event of the summer, which is going to be the Gridiron 7-on-7 National Championship live from College Station, Texas. So I'm happy to have some of these coaches on. We've gotten to cover, actually, every coach but one we've covered for 2 years straight. We've gotten to know their programs, got to see the work in the community. So it's our pleasure to have these men on. So we're doing something a little bit new. We're going to have our producer, Misty Jones, a.k.a. Jasmine Mays, co-owner of Semi Pro Live. She's going to be participating a little bit more in the show. She'll be the voice behind the camera, keeping us in line and make sure everything flows right. So with that being said, Miss Mays, go ahead and get us up to date, man. What are we about to get going?
Yes, so we just need to get to know who we have on the show tonight. So I think we should go ahead and start with Coach Johnson.
All right, man. Coach Johnson, can you hear me?
All right, this is Coach Johnson, Team AYG. A lot of people know us for our 12U team. This is this group's third year playing together. We're coming off a national championship last weekend and excited about heading down to College Station for another one.
All right, Coach, man. Let's go ahead and get our next coach in. So who's going to be next up, Jasmine?
I think we do have Coach Powell. Are you there?
Coach
Yes.
Bob. So
What's
tell
going
us
on?
about the Fast Elite program and what have you guys been up to?
Oh, we're good, man. We're excited to get back down to College Station, defend our championship from last season as a 13U seventh grade team. We're heading back down as a 14U, and we got a little bonus. We brought the young guns out today, this weekend, so we're our 12U down as well. So we're excited to get down to College Station and compete against the best the state has to offer.
All right, man. Getting two Fast Eight squads down there. Fast Elite squads down there. So let's go ahead and move on to our next guest, Jasmine. Who's going to be our guest after that?
Yes, we're very proud to bring on Texas Student Academy. So if you could please introduce yourself, your program, and we'll actually give you a little bit more time. This is your first time to actually speak with us on our program, Coach. Please go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, how y'all doing? My name is Coach Courtney Carter with Texas Student Athlete Academy. We're based out of the Dallas area. I have a lot of kids, throughout the DFW area. I'm currently the defensive coordinator at Covenant High School out here in Dallas as well for private school and TAPS. Been doing 7-on-7 probably about 4 years now. Like I said, it's just a growing trend that I definitely want to be a part of, and just happy to be going back out to College Station again. We went out there last year as well too, so it was a great experience for our kids and our coaches.
Good job, Coach, man. Appreciate you being on the show. Now, who's going to be our next next guest?
Yes, well, last but definitely not least, we're very proud to have on Free World Elite. So we actually have a few guests. I think your entire coaching staff is here. So if we could start left to right and have you guys just introduce yourselves.
Coach Darius Roberts. I'm the Brandon Cersei. I'm the president of Free World Elite Sports. I 7-on-7 as well as our youth tackle.
Coach Kenneth Calhoun, the founder of Free World Elite Sports.
Okay,
Coach
so
Monte Rockamo, AU coach, all around coach, Free World Elite.
All right, man. So tell us a little bit more about your specific organization. Where are you guys based out of, the mission statement, and what you guys have been up to during your 7-on-7 season?
Well, we proud to say we from right here in College Station, Texas, Aggieland, home of the Texas Aggies. We're a second-year program. Our mission statement is no kid left behind. Our 7-on-7 program, our tackle program, our sports program is just basically a stepping stone to keep kids out the streets. 7-on-7 got hot. We rode the wave. We with it. We get our kids a lot of work, and our kids are excited about 7-on-7 and youth tackle. They also very excited about Semi Pro Live.
Man, appreciate it, man. One of our favorites. So, Jasmine, so who's going to be first up on the docket?
well, actually, I'm very happy to announce that we do have some athletes with us tonight.
Oh, Oh, the
Yes, so
stars.
shout out to Fast Elite. So what we'll do now is we'll take a short break, watch an interview from a previous Gridiron event, and we'll be right back with the Fast Elite.
Thank you for watching Semi Pro Live, the Gridiron National Championship Show. All right, this is Channing Humphrey with Semi Pro Live, and I've got the Army Black Knights. Yeah! Very talented group out of the northern suburbs out here at Gridiron with a first round victory. So I'm going to come over here to the coaches, get a little bit more information about this program. So where are you guys from, and tell us about how long this team has been together. Very impressive group.
Yeah, thank you. We're from Frisco, Texas. Most of us have been together for about 3 years now. Kids love playing together, good camaraderie, great group of parents. We can't ask for more.
All right, man. Well, hey, tell us how do you like this Gridiron football, man? We know you guys are dominant at it, so tell us about the style of football, Coach.
Yes, sir. We pride ourselves on a defense first, so we make sure we get our stops locked up, 3 and out. We make sure that 5 people to a ball every play, and we play hard and play fast. We're not the biggest team out there, but we do play the hardest, so we pride ourselves on that.
All right, man. Now, you guys have something good going on here. If somebody likes what they saw today, they want to join, they want you guys, someone to come join your team or donate some money to what you guys have going on, how do they get in contact with you?
They could contact me at edwinmedina4id@yahoo.com.
All right, Coach. Let's get to the stars, man. The star players, the ones that were making the plays all over the field. So we've been doing some research. This is only 5, man. You guys know who it is. Who's going to be our player of the game? No. I need you guys to tell us which one of your teammates is going to be the player of the game.
Teammate.
All right, we got the most fingers over here, man. What's your first and last name? Where you from?
Landon Clemens. I'm from San Diego, and I moved here. I moved here like 6 years ago.
All right, man. Now, let's get a final saying because we gotta go ahead and end the interview, man. So, what's going to be the last word for the Black Knights?
We're just gonna go get a ring.
Ooh, I like that one. We'll see you guys next time on Semi Pro Live. All right, guys, we are back. Thanks for tuning in to the Semi Pro Live Gridiron National Championship Show. So, man, just move on to the next section, and a big shout out to the Black Knights of the, I think they're from Prosper. Or they're from up north, man. They're guys we like filming. But we're going to move on to Fast Elite, man. We've got Argyle, we've got the athletes. So we're going to have Watson Bell, running back, Argyle High School. Davis Penn, running back, wide receiver, South Lake Carroll. Jalen Pyle, wide receiver, DB, South Lake Carroll. And Angelo Ronda, quarterback and DB for South Lake Carroll. So welcome to the show. Man, it's been a long time. Unfortunately, my guys, I got to know you guys very well last year in a different promotion. I haven't got to see you guys as much as I would have liked. So, man, we'll just start off with Watson, man. Tell us, man, how's the season been going?
Channel, Watson out here. So we got Angelo, Davis.
All right, we just got the Carroll boys. I'm sorry. So, Davis, man, tell us how the season's been going.
Season's going pretty great. We're having a lot of fun. We're catching balls, throwing, doing all that.
All right. So, Jalen, man, like the rest of your teammates here, you're making that leap into high school, man. How have you been adjusting to the higher level of football, and what's something that you've been focused on working on for this 7-on-7 season?
I've been adjusting pretty well. I've just been trying to keep my shoulders down, my hips low, creating more flexibility, exploding through my routes, and just catching balls every single time it's thrown to me.
All right, man. All right. Angelo, man, you've been putting on a show every time I pretty much see you on the field, man. What does it feel like to get this third opportunity? I believe this is year 3 or year 2 for you guys?
It's year 2.
Year 2. So what's it like to get this second opportunity at a national championship? And what do we have to expect from Fast League?
It's a great opportunity. We always have a target on our back because we won last year. So it's just an amazing opportunity to go back out there, and hopefully we can just play as a team and just bring home another trophy.
All right, so I'm gonna switch gears. We're gonna go over to Davis, man. Tell me a little bit more about dealing with the expectations that come along with going to a school like South Lake Carroll or preparing to go to a school like South Lake Carroll.
So at South Lake, we're always hard workers. We play for each other, and if we bring it 100%, you can't really ask for anything more. That's why we're always so successful, and we go very far in playoffs.
All right, man. All right. So Jalen, you have an advantage that some kids don't. You have a father who's kind of been to the highest level that you can go in football. Tell us a little bit about that mentorship and what are some of the lessons that he's able to impart to you that, some other kids may not have the opportunity because their parents may not have been a high-level athlete like that.
Well, he's a great mentor since he's been up there. Brings so much knowledge and seniority to me. Walks me through everything, and he's just a great supporter and a better coach.
All right, man. So, Davis, man, I'm going to ask you a question. So, what's been the one thing that you've been focused on working on getting better at for the fall?
On hands, really, ball magnet. Doing the best I can, especially at DB. See ball, get ball, really.
Jalen, do we have any touchdown celebrations for the national championship game if you make it there?
I don't know if you can, but it's. I just like a team celebration, get the whole team involved, something like that. Maybe one or two.
All right.
Now we do have a video clip, so we'd like to just play this clip, and then if you guys could just talk about it, okay?
So go ahead.
Let's go.
Appreciate it, man.
All right, man. So walk us through that play. What happened there?
So the defense shifted. I rolled out to the left, so that created a space big to come through. And when he caught it, the dude just catch it, turn up field, and it was wide open touchdown.
All right, man. That's what's up. Per usual, when you're getting to film them. So, Angelo, I just want to go ahead and build off of that clip a little bit, man. So, as the quarterback, man, how have you been handling the transition into the high school game?
Obviously, there's a lot more coverages I have to just go over. A lot more players that are a lot bigger, a lot faster. It's a quick transition. Me and my team have done a very good job on just creating opportunities, just on different coverages.
All right, man. So we're going to go ahead and start with Davis. I want to go ahead and get your I want to get your social media if somebody'd like to follow you through the tournament, just so they can track your career as you move on. And then I also want you to give us a final message as we get ready to go to the national championship game.
So my Twitter is DavisPenn5. My Instagram is DavisPenn3. And the message I have for the other teams is fast pace, you better catch up.
All right, Jalen Pyle. Let's get it.
My Twitter is, I think, Jalen Pyle. Jalen Pyle 2026. Something I have to say is, don't play man.
Jalen, can you give us that social media one more time? We broke up on us a little bit.
Jalen Pyle _2026 Instagram, and then Jalen Pyle.
Jalen Powell 2026. All right. And what's your final message?
Probably heard this before. Don't play man.
All right. And last but not least, the quarterback, leader of Fast Elite. Go ahead and let us know your social media and your final message.
My Instagram is Angelo_Rinda7, and my Twitter is AngeloRinda2026. And the message that I want to give out is that you better be ready when Fast Elite play, because we always have a chip on our shoulder. You know, everybody wants to beat us, so we just come out ready to play every time we play.
All right, man. The boys representing South Lake Carroll High School and Tarrant County's very own. We'll see these young men live in action this Sunday. We'll be out there for the championship and elimination rounds. Now, we are open for booking on Saturday, so if there's any teams watching you'd like us to come film your games, inbox us after the show. We'll get you details on booking us. So, Jasmine, what's our next portion of the show? Who are we going to have on next?
Yes, so next we'd like to invite on Coach Johnson, Coach Welton Johnson with AYG. Are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, Coach. Man, this is always nice to talk to Coach Johnson. He's one of my oldest acquaintances in 7-on-7. The only person who I know in the 7-on-7 game longer than you is my own brother. He coaches for Lamar High School. But Welton Johnson, he's one of we've actually had him on Semi-Pro Live as an athlete. Now it's a pleasure to get to watch his program, man. So tell us the world of YG.
Say that one more time for me.
What's been going on in the world of AYG?
Man, we just came back from Temple, Texas, playing in the Premier National Championship, which, you know, this group won their first national championship, so they're definitely excited about that. But trying to reset and regroup and get ready for College Station.
All right, man. Well, let's talk about it. A group like yours. You guys have been very successful. You've been on a tear these last 2 years. How do you keep your boys hungry? They're going into their second national championship within a week. How are you keeping them hungry for this one?
Normally, that'd probably be a hard thing to do. In this case, with them knowing that this is my last go around with this group, I think that has been kind of what's driving things right now in their motivation.
Okay, man. So just talk to us about your squad, man. Tell us the location where you guys practice, and then tell us, man, where the kids that are on your program, what communities do they come from?
All right, we're based out of, again, the City Hill, Grand Prairie area. We have a couple different practice locations. As far as the kids go, I'll start on the defensive side of the ball. We've got kids that are out of Lancaster, Duncanville, DeSoto, Cedar Hill, and then as far as Grand Prairie.
All right. So what was your inspiration behind starting the program, and what does AYG actually stand for?
So AYG stands for All You Got. It originally started out as just a way to allow kids to compete that I started out training just from a developmental standpoint, and then things just kind of took off. Started getting more and more kids interested, the competition level rose, and then it became a group of friends that really just wanted to go and see if they could compete with the best of the best.
So where does your background in football come from, and how did you gain your coaching experience before you got to AYG?
So prior to AYG, I actually started out working with Deion Sanders and Coach Hart, who are now at JSU, when they were over the Truth Organization. That's where I first got my start in coaching, and I'll say I learned more than I ever imagined working under those two.
Man, okay. So outside of that, give us a little brief summary of your personal football history.
So dating back to college days, played D2 football at Southeastern Oklahoma. As you know, I played a year or two of semi-pro, where I actually met you before I went and played professional arena. And then as that finished up, that's kind of when I got into the coaching world. I've won 2 state championships at Newman International Cedar Hill, and starting next fall, I will be taking a new journey.
All right. Well, tell us about that, man. What's big?
Man, I wish I could.
Not
If
yet.
this was next week, I would be able to go full out on that. But for reasons that I can't say online, that can't happen today. But if you catch me this weekend, I'll give you an exclusive.
I'll definitely check you down. All right, man. Well, let's talk about your athletes, man. So tell us about your offense.
Man, our offense is scary. I'm just going to flat out be honest. Starting with our big outside receivers, we've got 2 guys, Hayden and then Champ. Both kids right at 6 foot, can stretch the field, play the ball at the highest point. We've got 2 speedy slots in Deuce and then Sip, who are both great route runners. And Sip's kind of one of those guys that he's a tweener. He could be an outside guy if he wanted to, but he runs routes well enough to play the slot. And then, of course, Frank, who he's just a man amongst boys. I don't think there's anything that kid can't do on a football field.
You have to put his surname. It's Big Frank.
My bad, Big Frank. I forgot your surname in there. And, the kid that makes it all come together, our quarterback, Cam, when he's on, we're almost unstoppable.
All right, man. Well, let's swing on to the other side of the ball, man. It's not just offense over at AYG. There's been some games where the defense has outscored you, man. So tell us about those defensive dogs.
Man, I love the way our defense stepped up, especially at the national championship this past weekend. We ended up playing 6 games, and throughout 6 games, our defense gave up 68 points total. I mean, that's a little over 10 points a game. So for me, you hold a team to 10 points, there's no way we're losing. I'll start with our cornerbacks. Caleb and Pop, we put those guys on an island this weekend. We ran more man than we normally do, and those 2 kids, I would say they came up clutch. They got tested play after play with big receivers, and they made plays game in and game out. 2 big guys over the top. We had a rotation of 3 guys at safety. Of course, Big Frank, who was the defensive MVP, and then Champ and Hayden, they did a great job of locking things down in the middle. And then, of course, our guys underneath, Nick, Deuce, Caleb played underneath some, and then our middle linebacker, Flacco, who's probably been one of our most consistent players all year.
Most definitely. All right, well, Coach, man, you know me. I can talk to you for hours, man, but
right.
We got a big roster tonight. Before we go, man, if someone's liking what you guys are doing in the community, because Welton, due to his current career path, he can only coach this specific group for this last time. But the AYG program will be alive and well and still kicking into next year. So if someone would like to donate money to your program or bring you over an athlete, how do they do so?
The easiest way, if you just go to allyougot.com, it'll give you access to send emails directly to us. It has links to all of our social medias, our Facebook page, Instagram, and Twitter account. If you want to go straight to social media, just search AYG All You Got.
All right, Coach, man. And the final thing, what's the final message from AYG as you guys walk in trying to pull off the double-double?
You know me, this is normally one that I let the kids handle. But this weekend, I'll go ahead and say it. We will leave College Station as national champions.
Oh, confidence.
A little precise on there. All right, I like
Last
it.
ride.
Well, let's get a hand for the great Welton Johnson, man. So, man, and we'll see you guys out there. But let's bring back in the voice of the beautiful, beautiful Jasmine Humphrey. So tell us, man, who do you have up next?
Yes, so we do still have a few coaches on with us. We have Coach Pyle on standby. Are you still there?
Coach Pyle, we got you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, so Coach Pyle, man, we heard from your athletes, man. They got us all pumped up, man. Now we got to hear from the man himself, Now, if you've never had the privilege of hearing Coach Pyle speak, he is super positive. So after this short interview, you're probably going to just have a better day, man. So Coach Pyle, tell us about Fastly, man. Give us a brief history of yourself, your history of football, and tell us about the start of your program and what's the thought process behind it.
So Fast Elite was born out of our facility. I have this facility. You see the logo on the wall. We're based out of Southlake, Texas. We've been physically in this location since 2019, so right before pandemic. And we develop athletes, right? The whole point of our program is development, competition, and exposure, right? And so when we talk about developing athletes, we're talking about wholeheartedly. It's not just about trophies. Trophies are great, but it's really about how we're going to prepare them so that the coaches that they end up on in high school are appreciative of the curve that's been shortened through the work that we've done. And so we run real concepts. We teach real defenses. We break out film study. We leverage technology. And so all of these things are what's helping our program be successful. And with the 7-on-7, we started as a flag team playing. And then we had kids moving into tackle football. So we took a break. And then I realized that the next step or the evolution for us was 7-on-7, right? The exact width, the exact half field dimensions that these kids are going to see so they can get the spatial awareness of how routes develop, how plays need to be run, how defenses need to take away certain things. And so we started out in 6th grade. So that would be 2.5, 3 years almost. And we ran, right? We didn't lose. We didn't lose the game in our age bracket for a very long time. And then finally we started playing a little bit older competition and some 14U events, and we took some lumps, right? Lost one game, won a bunch of games, losing the semifinals or the championship, and that left the taste in our mouth that we had to get rid of. And the only way we can do that is through the work, through the reps. And that's speaking just on our 14U team, who are class of 2026 athletes heading into high school. We also were fortunate to start developing a next wave, because in our program, I believe that once the athletes get to 15U, our thought pattern is get ready for high school ball. That's where you're going to make the most impact. If we can help you get on the field and spring ball and have these college coaches come evaluate you and invite you to their camps, invite you to unofficial visits, then we've done our job, and then the coaches at the high schools can take over. And then we just start the next wave coming behind them. And so we have our 12U team, and our 12U team has been on a tear. I mean, they're physical, they're fast, they're athletic, they're smart, they're starting to understand the tempo of how we operate. And it's fun to watch them compete. And so this will be their first time going down. That's the 12U there. This will be their first time going down to College Station. But we preach, and when we get in the huddle, man, it's not who we play, it's how we play, right? We force the tone, we force the tempo, we force people to react to what we do, and then we go from there. And so Coach Church, who you met last year at the state championship, our 12U group, and he's done a phenomenal job with them. And so he's, taking hold of that group and really groomed them and developed them. And, we got a lot of athletes there. So started, like I said, the fast performance program, footwork, agility, speed, strength, and technique. So the 5 core areas of sports performance that I believe in. And we've been training athletes from youth to pro. After I retired, I was a draft pick to Kansas City Chiefs, played safety there, and for 2 years, then came to the Dallas Cowboys. That's how I ended up out here, and got a career with the Cowboys, and then finished up in the CFL in Canada, and I retired in 2012. And then selfishly, I knew I wanted to start getting Jalen some rest. And then we saw there was a need for more development as a whole in our community. And so I stepped up to the plate, got the kids together on the different teams, and the next thing you know, we got a group that you've seen several times with rings in their hands. And so, while again, that's great.
Coach Pyle, I don't mean to interrupt you, but sound going in and out a little bit. Can you hear me, Coach Pyle?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Okay, I'm sorry. Your sound was going out a little bit. I think it may be the echo, maybe expanding your speaker a little bit. So can you go back a little bit and not start over, but just, I think the last 2 sentences we may have missed a little bit.
No, I got you.
Right after you talked about your career.
I got you. Yes, I was fortunate to be a draft pick out of Virginia Tech to Kansas City. And from there, I was there for 2.5 years, and then came to the Dallas Cowboys. And I was here for another 2 years. And then when I got released from the Cowboys, I finished up in Toronto and enjoyed a successful career in the CFL as well. And so, I played 10 years of professional football. Platform that I have to reach and teach is, it's a strong platform. But again, it's not what I know, it's what the kids can retain. And that's what I focus on. Like, it's great to, flaunt, hey, I ran this and had these many picks and made these plays, but it's really about development.
All right, Coach, man. Like I said, anytime you let Coach Pyle on the show, he's going to fill it up with positivity, man. I'm almost ready to take my boys outside. It's the longest day of the year, so we finish the show in time. They're going to be doing drills tonight. But outside of that, man, just tell us about what's it like to manage two programs. I believe last season you were able to focus on your main squad, but with you bringing up this 12U program for the first time, what kind of tactics are you employing to be able to manage both of those teams?
Well, Shannon, honestly, and I think you can appreciate this, it's about the people you have around. Pro Live Squad, and y'all are holding it down, and bringing others, you bring others.
We can hear you, Coach.
Go ahead.
I think the echo, you might have to speak a little bit lower just so we can catch the sound. I'm sorry about that. Start over again.
No, you're good. I was saying that you can appreciate when you have good people around you, you're able to do more. And so it's not just on me to develop the 12U group in addition to the 14. I'm fortunate to have Coach James Church, who himself was a collegiate receiver, record holder at Norfolk State. I've known Coach Church since he was 9 years old when his dad trained me back in Virginia Beach when we were going summers. And so I trust Coach Church with the boys. The boys trust him. The parents trust him. We know he's going to bring his A game, his A schematic game, his A game. And so I'm excited. I don't have to put it all in both groups.
All right, Coach Pyle. Well, hey, last message, man. If somebody is interested in having their athlete come join that awesome program you have over there in South Lake, how do they get in contact with you, Coach?
Yes, the easiest way is to go to our website, which is iTrainFast with 2 S's. So iTrainFast with 2 S's.
iTrainFast with 2 S's.com.
Snapshot program. And so if a parent or family wanted to reach out to get training or to try out for our team here, or just communicate, what can I do for my athlete to get them prepared for youth ball or high school ball or college ball or professional, we are a resource. And, we're open all because that's what everybody needs that.
All right, Coach, man. I appreciate you coming on. More live interviews from Fast Elite. Make sure you contact them at their website, on their social media platforms, on Facebook and on Instagram. And as always, you'll be able to see them in the elimination rounds as we will be live from College Station on Sunday. Well, Jasmine, tell us who's the next guest we have up on the docket.
Yes, and thank you everyone for being so patient. But next we have Coach Carter. Are you still there?
Coach Carter.
All right.
How you doing, Coach Carter, man? We got
I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
Doing well, man. So you're one of the newer programs that we've had the privilege of covering this year, man. So we're going to need your whole rundown, man. So tell us your brief history in football. Tell us when you decided to start your program and what's kind of your mission statement behind Texas Student Athletes.
All right, man. Well, like I said, I'm from Dallas. I graduated from Duncanville High School 2004. I went on to the University of Oklahoma where I played cornerback. I was a part of a lot of good teams. Won a few Big 12 championships and was able to participate, in a couple of Fiesta Bowls and a national championship. So I got a lot of football experience and knowledge from Coach Stoops and Coach Venables while I was there. I kind of always, wanted to coach. I used to, help out with coaches in high school and stuff too. So even when I got to college, I used to just mirror the coaches a lot, be a lot of film study or whatnot. So once I graduated, man, I kind of, like I said, I always wanted to come back home, help the kids and help the community in Dallas because I seen the development changing. You seen the generations changing with the internet, with social media and whatnot. So my main mission statement, man, is we want to follow a lot of kids throughout their football careers at a young age. Because I started with youth ball when I first came home, like in 2012 or whatnot. I did that for like 6-7 years. And then I started looking at high school opportunities. So I ended up at Covenant High School in Dallas as the defensive back coach. And then after 1 year, they promoted me to defensive coordinator after they was able to see how much knowledge of the game that I had. And then from there, like 2017, I was, like I said, I started to see the change in the generations, of the kids not going outside much, not, training much, not putting in the extra. And I wanted to be a part of the, like a mentorship program to help the kids and show them other opportunities outside of football, because there is a life outside of football as well too. And I think a lot of kids, they're so structured to where, they wake up every day, they go to workouts, they go to school, and then they go home, and they do it for so long. And then the moment that they graduate high school, and let's just say they don't get a scholarship offer, they don't go to the next level, they don't know what to do next. And they are caught up in the world now that, social media, they got to try to show everybody everything. They got to show everybody that they're doing well. When in reality, it's still a lot of hard work to be put in. So that's was my main goal in the drive. And like I said, I just want to help the individual growth of our community today and just help them. And that's why, our motto is the future is now. So I tell a lot of these kids, everything that you're doing right now is going to set you up 10 years from now. So the future is now. Basically, to me, it just means that, everything you're doing now is going to prepare you for the future. And everything that you do now, you need to be preparing for the future. Like, don't live for today, live for the next day and the days after that.
Man, Coach, that's a great mission statement, man. So tell us a little bit more about your high school coaching career, man. So where are you coaching at currently?
Yeah, it's all right. So it's a Dallas Covenant. It's a private school. We're in TAPS 4A. We just got moved up to, I think, Division 1. I won't be keeping up with that stuff, man. I just take one game. Whoever we gonna play, we gonna play. And I start studying. Yeah, I don't be getting in all the divisions and stuff. Yeah, so yeah, I'm at like I said, I run a 4-2-5 defense. Switching to a look 3-4 this year as well. And I want to throw out there while I got y'all online too. Got a book on Amazon as well too, The Art of Cover 6. Cover 6 was started, Nick Saban, Gary Patterson from TCU. Those guys, they run a lot of Cover 6. So I run it a lot.
That again, Coach?
Can we see it again? We got an author, man. We got to see your book again in case somebody wants to know.
Oh, yeah. There you go, man. It's on Amazon right now, man. Yeah, there we go.
If you could send us your Amazon link after the show, we'd love to post it.
Oh, yeah, I got you. You can do that. I can do that.
Post it on Semi-Pro Live. You can go ahead and click on the link, and we'll put it in our Amazon store.
We'll put it in.
Yeah. Appreciate that. Yeah, like I said, it's just a coverage that I run. I've had a lot of success with it. We've had, I think, can you mute the other? Can y'all mute them? So I feel like a lot of.
You're fine, Coach. You're fine.
Coach. We can hear
there we go. All right, there we go. Okay, yeah, man, it's a coverage that I like running. We have got a lot of turnovers from it. I try to instill it with the 7-on-7 squad as whatnot as well too. But a lot of these kids, you see them once or twice a week, so it's kind of hard to install it a lot. But a lot of them still are getting the gist of it and starting to understand it more while I use it. So,
all right, Coach. Well, in a weird coincidence, you went to Duncanville. I went to Lamar in 2004.
Okay, yeah.
We may have caught you slipping, but outside that, what do we have to expect from your team as you guys move into the championship? Well, actually, I'm going to hold that one off. Man, tell us about your squad, man. Tell us about your offense. There's a lot of explosive players, but go ahead down the rundown and give us a little bit of information about the starting offense you're going to be putting on the field in the national championships.
Yeah, man, we like to go quick, no huddle offense. Plays on the wristband. We like to kind of speed things up. And I come from that era, where the wristbands were popular, flipping them up and getting plays fast. So that's something that I kind of press with guys learning to play, studying their plays during the playbook. I got a lot of young guys and some older guys, coming back with a lot of experience. We got a young quarterback this weekend, but he's still learning. And like I said, we just told him, take your time, hit your quick game, get the ball to your best athletes or whatnot too. So, and like I said, when we teaching a lot of these quarterbacks, we try to explain to them the 2 safety look, the 1 safety look, different stuff like that they need to learn and start finding that hole in the middle of the field, what's open. And also just, seeing your competition, take your time. read the plays or whatnot. And like I said, man, we got some guys out there that can go, man. A lot of them will be on varsity this season, and a lot of them have had a lot of varsity experience already as freshmen and sophomores. So,
man, yeah, hey, there's some big, muscular receivers on that offense for those Texas student athletes. But man, let's go ahead and talk about your defensive side of the ball, your baby, your expertise, Coach.
all right, man. Yeah, defensive side, man. So got a few DBs that, like I said, they started their respective high schools. We just actually got a couple guys in that I've already had when they were younger. They're older now and they came back. Gerald and Keyone Lacey, they're at Lancaster High School now. Keyone, he has about 30 plus offers now. His brother Gerald just started getting a lot of offers in as well too. So those guys, help out in the secondary and that linebacker. And then we got Robert Owens. He goes to Ranch View High School in Carrollton. He does a good job at corner or whatnot as well too. So like I said, we got some guys that can fly around. They know their coverages. And another kid, Harrelson. I always just call him Jay Harrelson. I mean, this kid here, he just moved in from Mississippi, so he's new to Texas. Talked to his grandfather for a while. Everything is big, just bigger out here to them. But he has already kind of made his mark. His name Javion Harrison. He's just making his mark out here in Texas as well too. Like I said, he moved to Carrollton. He'll be going to Newman Smith, but fast kid. He was getting recruited out of Mississippi, and now he's just kind of out this way, kind of trying to learn Texas football. So he got one more year left, so he'll give it his all.
And I wish him the best on his, and hope he gets many more recruiting letters. But Coach, we're at the point of the show where we need to go ahead and get your information in case somebody sees your awesome program. They'd like to donate some money or bring an athlete over to your program. How do they get in contact with you to get more information?
All right, definitely. Our Instagram and Facebook is the same. It's long, but it's Texas Student Athlete Academy. So Texas Student Athlete Academy, just how it's said like that. We go by TSAA. So you just put the ad name in, you'll find us on Instagram. Instagram and Facebook is kind of the main, places where you can reach us at. I'll send y'all the Amazon link as well to my book when we're done. So just connect with us on Instagram, connect with us on Facebook. If you search us on Google, we'll come up as well too, and you can get our information from there.
All right, man. The head man in charge for the Texas. And we'll see you guys this weekend. But Jasmine, I believe we have a Prosper Blitz interview that you want to get to. Oh, we don't have a Prosper Blitz interview. So what's we have next on the docket, producer?
Yes, so last but not least, we have a program, Free World Elite. Are you guys still there?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, we are.
Awesome.
Free World Elite, man. This is one of my favorite programs. I've had the privilege of covering this fine organization out of College Station for 2 seasons now, man. Witnessed a lot of growth on and off the field, man. Got a chance to see that nice, shiny new bus at a different promotion last week. So, man, tell us, man, what's been going on in Free World Elite? First, I want you guys to tell us what's been going on in general during the season, and then we'll get in a little bit to the background and history of your fine program.
Well, my name is Brandon Searcy. I'm the president of Free World Elite Sports. Also, I'm the coach of the 12U team. So, like you said, we was a small team. Last year, we started out with 2 teams. Last year, a 10U and a 12U. A lot of first-year kids, but a lot of athletic kids. Our mission starting out was just to give the kids something to do, post-COVID era, and it just blossomed out to the 707 Youth Tackle Program. We started out just training after we were originally X Factor under Ty Warren, former New England Patriot, 2-time Super Bowl winner. And we branched off to Free World Elite Sports. Kenny Calhoun, he's the founder and CEO of the program. So this year, after the first year, we did a lot of winning. 10U went to the national championship. 10U won the state championship. We went to the national championship, and we was runner-ups in 3 overtimes. Our 12U was also state champions in the first year. So in the offseason, we went on to tackle. We played tackle 11U Texas Sports. And this year, man, we just expanded, man. We started out with 5 teams. We came with 5 teams, an AU all the way to a JV team. So, you know, our mission is always no kid left behind. I always say, you know, we different over here. And the reason we're different because our mission different. It's not about trophies. It's not about the W's on the field. It's about seeing our kids succeed in life. We all got backgrounds. We all was athletes. Kenneth Calhoun was a college athlete, played D1 college. Darius played D1 college. Coach Monte got extensive coaching skills. I was an athlete in high school. But our mission is always to give back to these kids. It's always to give back to the kids. It's never to just get exposure from the kids as far as monetary gain or wins or losses. Don't matter. Most of our kids come from the streets, man. Most of our kids are in the struggle. Single parent homes. I spend a lot of my own finances. A lot of my time going up to schools and mentoring to these kids. So Free World Elite, man, it's definitely more than sports. That's we always say that it's more than just more than about football, basketball, track, and all that. Man. We actually love our kids. We love different because our mission is different. So that's why I always say we different over here. The mission is different, man. God has placed us in the position of a mentorship to be able to put our hands on kids that's actually from our community. We don't just see our kids at practice or at games. We see our kids in the streets. We see our kids at church. We see our kids at the mall. We see our kids growing up. We know their moms, their dads, their aunties, uncles. So we have a family-oriented program, and that's one of our key things that keep us successful. Is that the parents in our program, we like family. One team, one dream, is to get the kids to another level, to see some, more than what they see every day around the streets now, what they see on social media.
So just to get into more about your program, when did your program start and when would your program start, and give us a brief background on what inspired you to actually start up Free World Elite?
Well, the program started 3 years ago. My oldest son had passed away at the age of 2, so it started on his birthday. So everything we do, we try to dedicate it to him. My mom, she passed away too, and if you look the inside of the bus, it's a picture of my mom and my oldest son, and the name on the bus, Chief, that's for my grandma that passed away. So we named the bus after her. So, and we just try to dedicate everything towards her and my son. So Free World birthday is on July 14th. So 3 years ago. So at the end of the day, we just try to keep pushing, get all the kids that we can. It don't matter, like I said, if it's between sports or art in the park or anything like that. We just want to get the kids out the streets.
Well, just to build on that, Coach, man, if one of the other coaches would like to answer, what all sports do you guys cover?
We're working on youth track at the moment. We have basketball, we have art in the park, youth football, of course, youth tackle, and youth 7-on-7.
All right. Are you guys thinking about joining AAU?
Yeah. Well, me and you had this conversation, and we'll have that conversation after the interview.
We'll talk later. We'll see.
Last year we played in Texas sports, and so.
Oh no, I'm not talking about football. I was just talking about track.
You talking about AAU track? Oh yeah.
We got them burners. You better believe that we got them burners.
All right, man. So hopefully we'll see him over at the JO. So producer, what do you have?
Yeah, I mean, I can't help but to notice you guys have that A&M blanket behind you, and you said
College Station, Texas, baby.
Yeah. So talk about that area of Texas and the influence of the college players on your athletes.
Oh, most definitely, man. Everybody know, man. I'm a diehard Aggie fan. Man, I'm always at all games, man. We take our kids to games. Coach Fisher, a lot of the coaches up there, a lot of the players, man, that interact. with our kids on social media, and then they see them, they train at the schools, and they form relationships with our boys. I'm talking about lifetime relationships. Leon O'Neal, I mean, when we first started, man, he was at every game almost. Man, when he see our kids anywhere, man, he always, show them love, reach back, and man, for our kids to see that, it's almost like success is tangible for them. Man. The message that they see from being able to interact with those guys that came from where they came from, who look like how they look, who can relate to the same struggle, but they made it out. So we love, man. We got a hometown, man, Kobe Peel, who went to Anna Consolidated. He came out. He just got drafted to the Houston Texans, and he came out, man, and showed our boys love and gave them the message. And so we always, with this being a college town and the influence on our youth, it's always big because, if you're not a person that can reach out to these kids and relate to these kids, man, it's kind of hard to save them, man.
Wake them up.
Yeah. Leon O'Neal, his mantra is wake them up, man. Our boys, that's their chant sometime during games.
Man,
but we definitely got a strong bond and relationship with the Texas A&M organization as far as football, track, basketball. Also, the business entrepreneurship school. We're working on some things where we can get our boys exposed to finances, business, understanding credit, building, stuff like that. So we're working on a lot of things outside of just sports. So.
Now, you said something about chants. You guys always have a chant that just goes 3 claps for the free world. So who came up with that? Like, where did that come from?
Hey, Coach D, man. it was something to keep the boys up and running.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm a fan of that.
All right.
Thanks much.
Before we get too far into it and get to the end, I want to go ahead and ask. Now, you guys are a nonprofit program outside of just sports. So what are some of the things you guys are doing right now in the community that we need to be on the lookout for, or if there's anybody watching that'd like to get involved or help out? What do you guys have on the docket coming up?
Well, man, we always being reached out to, and we always, we partner with Worldwide Youth Events. Ebony Jones, man, she does a great job with things in the community. Amber Robinson with Brazos Valley Blessings, man. Our boys went out for the Easter egg hunt and helped out. JJ Ramirez, Saved by Street Ministries, he came out to the backpack giveaway at the park, man. We do art in the park. We give presents away during Christmas time. We gave away 300 and some presents to the kids in the community, East Park.
Seven Thanksgiving gifts.
We fed seven families. We fed 7 families Thanksgiving dinner. Man, we always trying to find a way to show our kids and our community that we love them beyond sports. You know what I mean? Because I always say this is, some of these coaches, and I want to build on Coach Powell. Coach Powell said this, and it was beautiful to me. It's something that we live by as well. We try to shorten the curve for the high school coaches, because most of these kids that you see in our organization, most of these kids are, especially our high school boys, they've been with us since they was young. We just trying to train and develop young men, respectful young men, and shorten the curve for when they get to high school, they know defenses and they're trained, they're ready. And so we try to bridge the gap between the high school coaches and develop a relationship with our high school coaches, so that when our kids transition to their program, you getting not only a dog, but you're getting an upstanding young man. We also do SAT, pre-SAT classes for our high school boys, exposing them to recruiting. We take them to camps. We sign them up for FBU camps, Baylor camps, Oklahoma camps, school camps. We do that out of our, our own time. We want to see our kids get recruited. We want to see, we definitely got a lot of dogs here in College Station.
A lot of them.
So, we got Keyshawn Thomas. He been starting on varsity since he was a freshman. Y'all got a shot of him. Tony Hamilton, he's going to be a junior. Trey Taylor, he's been there. You know, most of them kids are already being recruited. You know, and our kids, the highlight of tournaments from 8U to 16 is being able to be on Semi-Pro Live. You know, it's not even about the trophy, man. They trying to be, they want that interview, so
They want that exposure.
yeah. So a lot of our kids are misunderstood. But like I say, man, our program, Free World Elite, we different because we love different, because we came from the struggle. You know, we understand, a lot of outside forces that can manipulate and keep a kid, from being successful.
I want to say one more thing. For all the coaches that were speaking earlier, I want to tell them thank you, because it seemed like we all had the same mission, that same goal. So I love everything they was speaking and stuff like that. And I really appreciate them, even though we ain't from the same town, but we might see them. But, I want to tell them thank you for what they doing with the kids they have. So I really love that, what they doing, and I appreciate them too in that area.
Man, thank you for coming on. But you know how we got the end thing. First, if there's anybody in the College Station, Brenham area, and I'm glad nobody was like, we be going to Blinn games, because I went to Cisco, and I was on that Cisco team that where Blinn all of a sudden got Cam Newton. I was on the undefeated Cisco Wranglers heading towards the Heart of Texas Bowl, and Cam Newton came out of nowhere and dropped a 40-piece in the play. So ended my whole little championship dreams that year. But man, tell us if somebody wants to get in contact with you, they'd like to donate money towards all the awesome things you guys are doing in the community, or they have a young athlete in the area that's looking for an athletic home or some mentorship. How do they get in contact with you guys?
Well, on social media, we're on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram as Free World Elite Sports. We got our phone number on the side of our bus. What's the phone number? 979-574-5555. It's not a fake number. Not a fake number. Yeah, so that's how we can be in contact. Also, if you're in surrounding areas, man, most everybody knows us here in Bryan College Station. So, our mantra is no kids left behind, one team, one dream. I always get faulted for, I never turn a kid down. We never turn a kid down, no matter if they can play or they can play. You know what I mean? We train and develop. And, also, man, I just want to say, man, on the 7-on-7 circuit, man, we've met a lot of good coaches, a lot of good parents, man. Waco Southern Panthers, man. I love that organization. Swagger League. I mean, it's been a lot of different organizations, man, that we came across, man. Mike Evans and B. Hey, AYG, Fast. Hey, man, y'all look out for Free World Elite this weekend, man. I don't think we ever got to play, but y'all look out.
We come.
Give us, I was going to say, final message for the tournament.
We're home.
Seatbelt game.
Scrap season.
Scrap season.
Hey, 3 clap for the free world. Free world.
All right, man. Thanks for coming on. We're going to go ahead and, Jasmine, what's next on the docket?
That'll be it. We've had all
That's
our guests
it?
tonight.
Oh,
Yes.
man, I thought we would keep going. Hey, man, it's been a fun time, man. I want to thank all the coaches that took the time to get us in those clips, pictures, because if you notice, most of those clips that you saw during this broadcast were not Semi-Pro Live clips, so that was the responsibility of whoever the media person was in between those individual organizations and the coaches. We want to thank them for taking time out of their weeknight to sit down and talk about their programs. We'll see all of you this weekend. Now, on another note, we are available Saturday. If you are down in College Station and you'd like to have Semi-Pro come out a day early, make sure you get in contact with us. We can get you guys booked and we'll get on down there. Otherwise, if any other organizations are looking to book Semi-Pro Live for this weekend, make sure you get in contact with us. It's first come, first serve. And Jasmine, do we have anything else that I'm forgetting?
That would be it.
Oh, gotta pay the bills.
Oh, yeah.
Shock.com. What am I doing, man? Big shout out to the big homie out there in New Zealand, man. We're gonna have to work on getting some more giveaways. We got some shot giveaways for this weekend. Well, a shot giveaway for this weekend. We'll be giving that to one of the MVPs. But if you want to get some of those awesome Shock sunglasses, Shock visors, t-shirts, towels, go to shock.com. Enter code SemiProLive. You'll get 15% off your entire order. It's a real discount. Make sure you take advantage of it. And as all, and other news, man, I got them new Yeezys. It was on accident, but I got them. If you need them, jump in the inbox. We'll see you guys next time on Semi Pro Live.